are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I got my coffee and I'm silently correcting your grandma. I'm silently collecting your grandma. Yeah, no, I'm silently correcting your grammar. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I apologize. I had a little bit of a late last night. I had a fabulous date day. Grandpa took me. He wanted to surprise me, so he took me to the there's an expo downtown. It's like a traveling expo, and it's like oddities. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched this show on the History Channel. It was called Oddities, and they had like a couple of different people had like vintage shops where you could buy like really weird vintage, old vintage. They sold taxidermy. They sold, like old Ouija boards. They sold all sorts of stuff. And so that's kind of what we thought the expo would be. So we go to this oddities expo downtown and pay $15 to get in, and luckily found parking without charge, because that's darn near impossible. We thought we'd have to pay $40 for parking. So we get in, and it was a little disappointing. It was a little disappointing. And we had been trying to get there last year. We couldn't because of scheduling purposes. And so we went there this year. And it was a surprise from Glampa. And we paid our $15 and walked in. And there was supposed to be sideshows, and there was no sideshow. There were like all these different booths. And of all the different booths, there was one that had taxidermy that was like, the line was crazy. You couldn't even get near this table. And then the other one that I even remotely found interesting was it claimed to be vintage clothing, and it was not. It was rockabilly clothing from online. And honey, your girl knows, okay? Your Glamma knows. I know it's vintage. None of that was vintage. And it was all like rockabilly clothes, and most of it was polyester, and it was like $68. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I could go on Temu and type in rockabilly and get all this stuff. It's ridiculous. So I wasn't happy with that one. We did find one smaller antique booth, and they had a couple of towels with like sayings on them. And they did have this one kitchen towel that was so cute, and it was new, and I knew it was new. But we were eyeballing the antiques and looking at the uranium glass, and they were like, look at this uranium glass saucer, it's $60. And I'm like, honey, I got friends who would give it to me practically free. You're not anything special. But we did find these towels that had all these cute sayings on them, and I got this towel with this really cute saying. It says, does this towel smell like chloroform? So it's in my kitchen now. I love it. So let's say good morning and greet everyone. I am late on that. Let me scroll back up. I'm so happy that everyone's here this morning. Thank you. Johnny, hello, my love. Good morning. Good morning. I hope things in Massachusetts are wonderful this morning. Brenda, good morning. Mwah. How are you doing this morning, sugar? Thank you for being second in chat. I see you. Ronnie, tackle hugs all the way to Virginia. Thank you so much for being here. Patrick Murphy flying by. What's up? Asia dancer, Kristen, my show me homie. Mwah. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for being here. Land Shark Pickers, snoozing on the job. I see you, not Glenn. Craig is snoozing. He's probably taking a nap. It's a good day for a nap. BootTube production. Good morning, Sissy. Good morning. Extra love. uh, for no particular reason. Just because I love you. Two old guys. Speaking of beautiful things from Missouri, hello. Hello, handsomes. I just love waking up with Glamma. If you think this is fun, you should. I'm joking. This is about as fun as I get in the morning, honestly. Mark, Mike, it's wonderful to see you this morning. People are saying hello to each other. There she is. Hi, Jocelyn. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Mwah. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Resellers are the worst customers. We really are. When it comes to stuff like that, those booths. Oh, I love that. Yeah. It says, does this towel smell like chloroform? It's in my kitchen right now. I love it. Obligatory comment on uranium glass being from Uranus. It's not mine, it's Uranus. Uranus. Uh-oh. Your space obsessed child just learned why Uranus is funny. And life will never, it really won't, because it's going to be funny forever. I'm 53. It's still funny. Good morning, Gina. It's good to see you, pretty girl. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for being here. Jennifer Hayes, doing the most on a Sunday. Child, relax. You know I love you anyway. She is a precious, priceless jewel. Crazy May. Good morning, Maya. I'm sorry. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Mia. Oh, so much love to you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate you. I do. And I hope that the stash is. I hope you're starting to dig out from under some of it, because well, man, this woman inherited 2 hoarder houses, and it is nuts. And she's got some great stuff, though, guys. Catch her on Monday night. She has got the coolest stuff. Call me whatever you want. That's what I say. Just don't call me late for dinner, honey. With a planet named like Uranus, you will never convince me that sciencey people don't have a sense of humor. It's funny because I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? He's like he was doing, if there was a short with him, and he kept saying Uranus. And I'm like, okay, but now you're talking about urine, so it's still funny. Like you just, don't change the pronunciation because it's less funny. Urine is pretty funny too. So you might as well just give it up, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Much love to you, but just give that up. Just give that up. And speaking of the skies, I got 2 pairs of guys, I don't remember their acronym anymore, but I think it was like ASSA, which is really also funny. The American Scientific Something Association, or Astrological Association, or something like that. Anyway, I got their approved. I went through their approved list and ordered some sunglasses online, some eclipse glasses. So the eclipse is tomorrow afternoon. And I'm just going to walk out on my back deck and throw on the glasses and look up and see what happens. Not sure. But I got 2 pair just in case somebody else needs a pair, I guess. So Aunt Boo, you're really the only one that's close enough. But if you want a pair of eclipse sunglasses, let me know. I got them. I'll drop them off. Oh man. Yeah, it's been kind of a weekend. We went to after the thing, and we were only there for maybe not even a couple hours, probably an hour and a half. You need a pair of those? I've got a pair of those, Boo. So we went from there to a little cafe called the Protagonist Cafe down in Soulard. Excuse me. And it's just, you walk in and it just looks like a book. It looks like a library. It's a bookstore. And you get your coffee, whatever kind of coffee you want, because they've got all the barista crap. And then I bought a scented candle because it smelled so good, like a soy candle. And my husband picked out this book, and there's like a library of books, and you can just sit and read them if you want. But if you want to buy them, you pay the price that's on the back. So my husband picked out this book that was like a very old electricity book. It was from like I want to say like 1918. And it was in great condition. And he got it for 10. Hi, Phil. Good to see you. Mwah. Good morning. I'm hoping we're in totality this time too. So he picked up this book on electricity from like 1918, 1919 that he thought would be interesting. And I picked up just a novel, a Lawrence Sanders thing, I think, that I hadn't read for a buck. And it turns out he actually ran comps. I've taught him how to run comps. And he ran comps on this thing. And it turns out the thing actually, the last one that sold online in worse condition than his for $40. I said, "You want me to sell it?" And he's like, "No, Miss Reseller, it's not all about that. I want to keep it." And I'm like, "Okay, so something happens to you, I'm selling them book." So yeah, we agreed on that. He loves old books on vehicles, etc. too. Yeah, him and my husband would get along great. His background is electrical. Yes. They would have long conversations that I wouldn't understand. Yeah. P. Murph, you're hoping to see some pale horse and a whose rider, his name is I don't know, Death. I honestly do not know if that's the exact quote anymore. It's been a minute since I've been in Sunday school. Well, the cicadas are coming soon, so yeah, we have the infestation too, so that's fun. Jennifer dropping links. Everybody, thank you, Jennifer. He never sells them. Yeah, mine either. My husband is such a hoarder. He's such a hoarder, and I'm kind of I'm a hoarder when it comes to reselling, but I try to put as much movement in my closet as possible, and there's very little, I should say, in my home that I wouldn't sell. I mean, there's obviously photos, and then there are some things that are sentimental from my kids and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, the 4 Little Ponies of the Apocalypse. I don't know. Randy at Moon Valley Crafts. Good morning, sugar. Hello, Randy. Mwah. I hope things are great at Moon Valley Crafts. I hear you, Hunt. Right? Yeah, they don't want to sell. They'll like hold on to things forever. It's ridiculous. He has like T-shirts from before we were married, and I'm like, you got to do something with this stuff, okay? It's honestly, he's like, "Oh no, you have so many clothes in the laundry." I'm like, "No, honey, you do." So yeah, we've had those conversations before. Did just want to let you know, not too much on the schedule for the next few weeks. I do have, if you're a member of the channel, I have a members only live listing on the 23rd. I wanted to do a live listing the week before that for the world, live listing with the world, for everybody. So we'll do that too, a live listing party, because listing is how I'm getting sales. And that's a good thing. Good morning, Nita. Good morning, my little dream catcher. Mwah. Ooh, dream catcher. Nita J. Yeah, boo. I don't form sentimental attachments to things. Just people who suck. I hang on way too long. to them. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. After high school, I had trouble letting go of some, problematic friends that I had made. And it just, sometimes you grow out of someone. It's sad, but some people in your life for a season and some people are in your life forever, and that is the way that the universe tells you, you know, that's, yeah. Yeah, right. My husband has even kept t-shirts from his past employers. I hide them, and then he finds them again. Yes. Gina, some of those t-shirts, if it's like a Taco Bell, like work shirt or something, some of those t-shirts are worth something. My hubby hoards stupid old memories. Wish I could get rid of them. I know time may do that for you. You never know. Time may do that for you. You begin to forget things. I should try that listing thing. Me too, Jennifer. Yeah, that's the problem. Listing's a pain in the butt. Anyone who tells you different is, I don't know, they're either crazy or they're Johnny. He doesn't seem to mind listing as much. No luck, he's 70. Oh yeah, he's not forgetting anything. Then he's sharp as a tack, isn't he? Poor Randy. Yeah, it's listing is always, everybody's like, oh, reselling, that looks like fun. And you get to go thrifting all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but for everything that you thrift, you have to bring it home, clean it, steam it, put it up, measure it, and take its photo and then list it. And I would imagine, with most hard goods, it's kind of the same thing. You got to bring it home. You have to go down the rabbit hole, do the real research on the comps. Excuse me. And then you have to, clean it up, dust it, make sure it's sanitized, because everything that comes in your home should be sanitized. And then you have to take pictures of it and measure it and list it. So, there's no getting around the sucky part of a job. And some people do love like the photography part. Some people love the listing part where they go down that rabbit hole and it's, kind of tunnel vision. I don't have a brain like that. I'm too all over the place. I am too all over the place. Classy crap, classy crap, classy crap. Are you referring to the members only? We'll come back to that in just a second. Yes, I did a lot of listing yesterday and got drafts, getting more this weekend, all set up for the travel around the world. What's not style? Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Johnny, if there's a link for that, let us know. Norma K, good morning, Norma. Mwah, it's good to see you, sugar. Thank you for being here. Took pictures for t-shirts this morning. Oh, okay. Well, just, avoid the oddities convention because they don't have they had some real antiques, and they had some real antiques that I thought were very, very cool. But it was just a nightmare. It was swamped, and it was, most of the stuff that we saw was stuff that you can buy online. And I'm like, I'm not here for that. Johnny is always the busy little beaver, right? I know. So the Sunday morning live each week, 10 a.m. Central, right here on Glamma's Closet. You're here. And that's 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. in Hawaii, 4 a.m. the following morning in Tasmania, and I think 2 a.m. the following morning on Monday morning in Australia. And then if you are in Great Britain, it's 4 in the afternoon tea time. So with that being said, I do have a question. Your burlesque name is the first syllable of your first name twice, plus la, plus whatever you ate last. Go. My burlesque name is Glam or Day Day, Day Day la croissant. I really did eat a croissant before I went to bed last night. I haven't eaten this morning. Day Day la croissant. So what is your burlesque name? That's so disappointing to hear about the convention. I'd been thinking about going. Yeah, we were kind of, I mean, we were disappointed. We weren't, I don't know, we'd been looking forward to it for like 2 years. Did you see Patrick at the oddities thing? No, no, but yeah. Verla toast. Verla toast. Timeless Jewels by Deb. Good morning, gorgeous. Mwah. We're talking about your burlesque name, which is the first syllable of your first name, repeated twice, and then you add la, and then you add the last thing that you ate. So there's Verla toast. I am Dede la croissant. Thank God I ate something cool like croissant because I don't want to be like Dede la taco. Rarella omelet. I love it. Gina, if you're talking to me, we're from the Midwest. I live in Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. Cacala taco. I want a new one. Cacala taco is like the best. Don't you dare change that. Chris La Toast. Hey. Let's see. Papa La smothered meatball wrap. I mean, it's got a ring to it. Gigi La chop suey. Deb La cinnamon toast. Jost La banana. Ooh, I like that. Jost La banana. You could kind of dance to that one. Bre la pasta. Oh, okay. I'm kind of jealous, Brenda. I gotta be honest. Bre la pasta. It just rolls off the tongue. It really is the best. It's fun. Lots of people had toast for breakfast. Yeah. Nor Honey Nut Cheerios. Nor la Honey Nut Cheerios. I like it. Mimi la My la pizza. My la pizza. I don't know if you didn't eat breakfast, Maya, or Mia, Mimi La Pizza. That sounds actually kind of exotic. I don't know if you didn't eat breakfast or you had pizza last night. I had a croissant before I went to bed and I haven't eaten yet this morning. I haven't had breakfast, but it might still be La Taco. Yep. I can see that. I've had pizza for breakfast before, pizza leftovers for breakfast. Yeah, I've eaten cold pizza for breakfast. I don't even warm it up usually. If I just like stumble in and I'm hungry and I got up and started working and forgot to, put something in my stomach, I will eventually wander into the kitchen and, grab a cold slice of pizza if there's any pizza in the house. Yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't judge you if you had pizza for breakfast. No, we really don't. I love cold spaghetti for breakfast. I have one of my very best friends in the world, one of my Olas. She cannot get enough cold spaghetti. Like she lives for it. So anytime I make spaghetti, I always put a little bowl to the side, a little Tupperware bowl, and I let her know that I've got it. And then I let it set for like a day or two and just get ice freaking cold. And she'll come over and eat, and she loves it. But I'm nobody to judge her. I've eaten cold leftover tuna casserole before. I mean, I'm not like, ooh, everything has to be hot. I'm not that guy. Cold pizza breakfasts are elite. Yes, they are. Jinjin La chop suey still doesn't sound sexy for breakfast so far. Jinjin La coffee. Jinjin La coffee. Homemade lasagna the next day. Yum. Yes. I like my pizza like I like my, never mind, too early for that. It's a little early from that. I had leftover pasta from Noodles and Company. Noodles and Company is so good. I like their stuff. That is a quality breakfast choice. But I like my leftovers hot. Yeah. I know where you're headed. I know where you're headed with that one. That's funny. Um, from Fashion News this morning, Business of Fashion. Here's a weird thing. Okay, it's not exactly fashion news, but we're going to go there. And Aisha Dancer will come back to that. From Business of Fashion, though, they came up with this one, and I thought this was interesting enough to include this morning. Costco Wholesale is going to be offering its members access to weight loss programs, including prescription drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy, I'm assuming that's pronounced that way, from online health care services provider Sesame as companies expand their partnership. So now Costco is getting into healthcare, first of all, and now they're getting into weight loss, which is a booming business, unfortunately. The wholesale retailers members can subscribe to Sesame's weight loss program for $179 for 3 months, compared to $195 for non-members. And under the program, a clinician would help the patients with diet, exercise, and lifestyle modifications, and may prescribe medications subject to availability. The subscription doesn't cover the cost of the medication or lab work. Clinicians will work with eligible patients for medication on pre-authorization, which could reduce the cost further. So, yeah. So Costco is, it seems like Costco is getting in on that whole Ozempic obsession that's happening with people taking. Here's the thing: people are taking medication that is designed for like diabetes, I think is what it was originally designed for, to help lose weight. Now, I'm not judging people trying to lose weight and trying everything that they can. I'm not. I always approach stuff like that thinking about 5 years from now, and because I lived through oh gosh, my short-term memory. I lived through a lot of different diet phases from, the 70s all the way through now, and seeing things on TV. And it always seems like if there's an obsession with the diet industry, usually 5 years from Fen, that was it. Yes, thank you. See, Mia knows. I lived through all of these obsessions, and it seems like 5 years after, it's always, have you or a loved one, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you could be entitled to compensation. And I'm like, man. And the thing is that, again, I don't want to judge people for wanting to lose weight. There is so much pressure to be thin, and so much pressure to be, to wear a size, 2 or a size 4, or at least 4 sizes smaller than what you are, or whatever. I just think that it's not for me. It scares me. I don't know if I want to be messing with my A1C and messing with my pancreas or whatever the natural operation of my body is. And there are people who, swear by it, and they think it's safe, and they're like, my doctor said it was safe. But our doctors all said different medications were safe until they were proven to be unsafe. So I just don't know if there's enough research on that. Randy, that is nonsense. Only our new and improved snake oil will make you lose weight. Yeah, I always kind of wonder about that. Lin, you go, girl. Lin. Your oh God, your burlesque name. Your burlesque name is the first two is the first is the it's the first syllable of your first name repeated twice, and then it's la, and then it's whatever you ate last. Go. We were just doing this. Ozempic is actually a diabetic med, but it can help with weight loss. Yeah, it scares me, stuff like that, you know? I'm like, I don't know. And yes, I would rather spend that money on takeout even too. But maybe my own pasta creations just slap. They do. Oh, Randy is dropping a new gem of the week video in a few minutes. Nice. Everybody check out Randy. Fat bottom girls, they make the rock and world go around. They really do. Ooh, they're coming out with stroganoff. I love beef stroganoff. I do. Ozempic is actually a diabetic med. It's for type 2 diabetes patients to lower A1C and help lifestyle changes. And celebrities, of course, scooped it up. Yeah, but celebrities don't always consider their health whenever their careers are on the line. And yeah, I think there are other ways to lose weight. I'll never wear a 2 or 4, and I'm great with that. Yeah, me too, honey. Those days are long gone, and I'm not going back to them. I was a raging club kid with all the problems that has. So dangerous for those of us who had eating disorders, no longer now, but so many out there, and these meds can fuel that need to lose weight. Yeah. Yeah, the soapbox is real. Lose weight? Tell me more. You don't want to hear it. But good morning, Dodo. Mwah. Did I miss anybody, by the way? Did I miss anybody coming in? I apologize if I did. Jeff Crumpler, good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for being here. Oh, Jeff went to a coin show yesterday. I hope you had a good time at the coin show. Thankfully, there's less pressure and focus on being thin now compared to the 90s, and thin isn't automatically healthy. Yeah, that's the thing. But I don't know. Still, young girls beat themselves up over stuff like that. It's a steak one. Ooh, delicious. Randy, I hope you know Patrick was joking. Everybody knows you're joking, Patrick. I'm Linda, really, but call Lynn. My niece couldn't say Linda, so she called me Lynn. Okay, Lynn, whatever made you let's see, whatever you ate. Why am I not seeing what you ate? Oh, Lynn, what'd you eat for your supper? This conversation is making me hungry too. You doing Mexican for lunch today? That's what I had last night. We went to a Mexican restaurant. It was great. My doctors want me 50 pounds lighter. My doctor does too. I'm like, you'll get what I give you. You'll get what I give you, and you'll like it because you're getting paid no matter what. Oh, you mean everything Patrick says isn't true? I'm shocked. I know, right? Shocking. Same Veronica opens fridge. Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I understand that you want to be your healthiest self, and that's good. That's good. If you truly want to be your healthiest self, concentrate on, your cholesterol and your movement and your and your stretching and your joints and your mental health and all of those things. It's really a big encompass. So I'm not in any way saying that you shouldn't be your very best self. You should. I'm just not sold on the idea, and maybe it's just me, but I'm not sold on the idea that you should mess around with your diet, with your diabetes or your pancreas or whatever in order to achieve that. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I have trust issues. I'm a child of the 80s. I'm Gen X. And so I have serious trust issues with pretty much everybody, every large company on the planet anyway. We're going to Costco later. I'll grab some Ozempic and let you know how it goes. You do not. You do not. I'll go walking with you if we're gonna do that. Do not grab up Ozempic. I don't know though. She may actually. I mean, if you truly need it and it's corrective for your insulin, then by all means. But if you're taking it just to get skinny, I don't know. Starve yourself for a few days. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just, yeah. Denise, good morning. I hope the Magical Emporium is more magical than ever this morning. A few years down the road, there are going to be issues pop up with these diet drugs. That's what I said, Denise. I said, it's going to be, have you or a loved one experienced blah, blah, blah because of taking blah, blah, blah? Please call our law office. We're doing a suit, and then you'll get $50, because everybody's doing it. I have type 2 diabetes, and if my doctor prescribed Ozempic, I'd take it because why wouldn't I take a diabetes med? Well, and that's the thing. That is the thing. Because if you need diabetes med for diabetes, then that makes sense to me. But it's kind of like plastic surgery. It doesn't bother me. I'm not judging anyone who has it, but for me to have elective surgery, it just doesn't. There are risks associated with surgery that a lot of people ignore. And I just don't feel like, for me anyway, I would want to be opened up and expose myself to infection, staph, error, all of that. I wouldn't want to do that unless it was something serious that really I needed for my health. So I don't know. I'm like, ooh, I'm a health nut. You guys have seen me smoking. It's not, I'm not a health nut. I'm on a different shot. Oh, there are issues already. Yeah. I wouldn't take it recreationally, just like I wouldn't take Oxy recreationally or Adderall recreationally. I don't know. Everybody's got their own vices. Now in my 50s, I'm trying to discourage the husband, not encourage him, if you know what I mean. I do. I question every drug the doctor pushes. Yeah. Also, PSA, none of us, I think, have medical degrees, so do your own research. Glamma is not responsible for the needle you stick in your butt. That is so true. I do not have a medical degree, and please don't follow my medical advice. Follow your doctors, unless your doctor's stupid, and then just get another doctor. Gut for me. I used to take any pill. Yeah, been there, Jennifer. I had beef stew, dumplings, and veg for dinner. So you are Lin La Beef Stew. I'm reformed now. Good for you. Good for you. Good morning, Tooch. Tooch. Let me go ahead and just do my weekly sales so I don't forget. But we're having too much fun chatting this morning, so we'll just chat. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen because I like to announce things before I do them. Okay, so here are my sales on Poshmark. And here is where we started. Last week, right before the show, I sold these Roberto Vienna Valencia double monk strap dress shoes. That's a lot. But those came in a thread-up box. I sold those for $75. And they're like blue suede shoes almost. I mean, they're really, really cute. And my earnings were $60. Come on, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks. There we go. Okay, and then I had the Prana men's board shorts, size 38. So that was my first swimwear. Those sold for $18 and I made $14.40. We had the green and pink plaid light cotton summer pajamas. They were short, not exactly shorts. They were like capri pajamas. Those sold for $25, and my take-home pay on that was $20. I had a silver tone metal abalone belt buckle marked Mexico. That sold for $17, and I made $11.58. I had some Converse All-Star gray woven sneakers, size 7. Those sold for $15. They weren't in great shape, and they had some staining that I could not take out. But they're Converse, so I threw them up there for $15, and somebody bought them and I made $12. So I doubled my money on that, I guess, investment in the thread-up box that they did. Dickies 100% cotton denim overalls, $38.32. Those sold for $21, and I made $14.78. I had them listed for $25, like I do most denim, and I got an offer for $21 and took it. Smoky Mountain leather glitter girls boots, size 13 regular, sold for $30, and I made $24 on those. Now the Calvin Klein light pink dress, size 12, you may notice that it says sold. It does not say ship. I'm still trying to get a hold of the buyer because I took this dress out of the rack and realized I'd put it on a black hanger, and there was a little spot of transfer on the back of the neck. And so I'm either going to hear from the buyer today. I'm going to give them one last chance to make a decision, or I am going to go ahead and cancel that sale, which is sad because it's a great dress, and I think they would have looked cute in it. The Eva Franco Tropical Sweetheart Blouse in Midnight Jungle, size 8, sold for $20, and I made $16 on that. The TY Wear cotton denim overall maxi dress small sold for $22. It looks like overalls, but it's a maxi dress. That sold for $22, and I made $15.58 on that. Hope and Harlow yellow striped tunic dress, size 10. That sold for $25, and I made $17.98 on that. And then Justine Todd vintage mock turtleneck yellow sweatshirt. Child, this thing has been in my closet forever. Sold for $20, and I made $16 on that. So also I had 9 sales. I did good morning, Jody. Hi. Mwah. So I did 11 sales on Poshmark. We'll start with that. 3 pairs of shoes, 1 swim, 1 intimates, 1 accessories, 2 denim pieces, but neither of them jeans, which is weird. 2 tops and 1 dress, and 1 dress not counting the Calvin Klein dress. We're not going to count that until I know for sure that it is an actual sale. So out of 11 sales, my gross was $288. My net after Poshmark fees and shipping discounts was $222.32. Let's see, $222.32. My average cost of goods is about $3 per good. So at 11 sales, that's $33. So $222.32 minus the $33 in cost of goods, and my net profit from Poshmark this week was $189.32. Now I did participate in the members only rapid fire round on Tuesday, and I went into that 30 minutes, and I just put, everything's $10. It was so much easier. I gotta be honest. I think I've just everything was one flat price. So everything was $10 at 9 sales. That gives me, it was $90 that I made on that sale. And it's everybody paid right away. I think they're kind of scared of Johnny. No, everybody was, they were good people that I sold to. And then, because I had 9 sales at the average cost of goods, again, of $3 per sale, would be 27. So I made 63 on that. So I added the 63 profit. That's the profit portion of the auction to the 189.32. Again, only the profit portion of my Poshmark sales. And my total profit for this week was $252.32. And I think that's a pretty good week. I thought that was a pretty good week. Heading out shortly here. Thanks, Glammaz Closet, and everyone here in the chat. Gina, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Mwah. Be safe and be happy no matter where you're going. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. And it'll happen sometimes. You have kids and kids mess with your body. I'm making a big bowl of pasta after this. Y'all evil. I'm gonna have some donuts. Now who's evil? We were unable to have children, but have nieces, nephews, and 58 godchildren. Plus, I adopted Lindsay and Alvin. Linlin, I honestly believe there are people in this world who are such a blessing to the children in their lives, by virtue of not having their own children. Sometimes, it's you end up with a very, very, very special place, in the children that do surround you, nieces, nephews, the people that surround you. They get so much more of you than they would if somebody's attention was divided. And so, and I don't think I'm wording this correctly, but you are really blessings to those around you. And so, I love that. Yeah, I'm the same. I low key thought you were maybe actually Lindsay's mom. I did too. Yeah. I did too. One price for all. I like that idea. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? Everything's this. And then that way we don't have to, negotiate prices. I don't have to, because I had 30 minutes and I'm like, okay, I got 30 minutes. Let me put as much out there as I like, and I did clothing, wearables. I didn't do that many hard goods. I did a plush, I think, and that was about it. But yeah. You are Mama Linlin and you are loved. Sorry, I've got the wrong one. You are Mama Linlin and you are loved. You are so loved. Okay, so Ella's having a jewelry unboxing and sale at noon. Jennifer's going to be modding, so check that out. And I think she means noon Eastern. Don't have Gina. The fourth one did it for me. My poor body threw that. Now throw in menopause. Yeah, I enjoy being a girl. Yeah, honestly, Kristen, same. You have nieces and nephews and 6 kids from friends, and I can guarantee that because as you get older as a child, there are friends of the family, and there are sort of adopted aunts and uncles that become a very big part of your life. They become a very big part of your life. And so, yeah, absolutely. Yes, in 10 minutes it's noon. Okay, yeah. I have 3 boys, son, hubby, and cat. I had 4 too. Ugh. Yeah, I gave birth to one, but my husband came with 2 already, so I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I like 3. I like 3 boys. Now my body is broken. I'm telling you, all it takes is one. All it takes is that first one. They will break you. I'm very, very happy with my life. Upsetting finding out, but I can't do anything about it. So just get on with it. That's right. And look, they didn't break you like they did Jennifer. Some of my dearest, most kind-hearted friends were unable to have children, and we all appreciate them in our children's life. You are priceless. That is so true. I have a friend who can't have kids, and she is. They call her Aunt, and I'm not going to give you her name because if she doesn't, because I didn't get her permission to do that. But my kids call her Aunt. And they very much they call her. I can tell you that my youngest son calls her more often than he calls me. There's no guilt with her. Yeah, she sends him more money than I do at college. So I blame men, including the small ones. I only had 2 boys, but one is worth 5. Girl, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. They do break us in every possible way. Yay for motherhood. We're celebrating motherhood today. No, it's honestly, it's tough. They say that the Marines is the toughest job you'll ever love. Suck on that. That's because they haven't had kids. Or been in a position to help raise up somebody's kids too. My friend, I'm telling you that when I say that this friend is his aunt, she's been there since day one. Day one. She would come over and watch him for me for hours while I finally got some rest. And it was just, without her, we would have been lost. Yeah. Hey, Bo. Our Swiss friends' kids call me Mummy English. Oh, I love that. Hello, Mummy English. I can't do a Swiss accent. I suck at it. I suck at any sort of Germanic accent. Veronica can tell you. I slaughter them. I just don't have the I don't know. I'm just not wired for those. Yeah, they suck. So I did want to talk a little bit about leaving your money in the till on your online store and just briefly touch on that. Poshmark at one point had an issue there was a delay, and I'm not entirely sure it was Poshmark's fault. It could have been something else. Yeah, when I think of a Swiss, I think of the Swedish chef who's not even Swiss. I don't think. Yeah, I'm like murder. That has nothing to do with anything. That was a Muppet on the Muppet Show, but that's all I can think of for some reason. So we put money into Poshmark. So we've got money sitting in Poshmark accounts that we went to transfer, and it took somewhere between Poshmark and the bank, there was a delay, right? There was like a 3-day lag or something. Something went wrong with their transfer system. And I quit trusting. Not that I really ever trusted any, but I quit trusting, leaving my money in the in the online, place until I built up a certain amount and then switched over was what I would do. What I would started doing was moving that money over to PayPal, and then that way I can actually it's at least at least the money's in my phone and I can move it to my bank at some other later date. But yeah, trying to remember a Swiss Ingrid, but not Bergman. She was a blonde. Hedy Lamarr, wasn't she? I thought she was Swiss. Maybe I've got that wrong. I wish I got to live in different countries. Life's not over yet. You never know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, nagged by hubby. Hey, hello, Michael, my angel. Hello, gorgeous. Really cute. Not the skater either. That's right. Still, I'll meet you, Jennifer. But it is that time. I actually have a. I have to go potty. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I am probably way more forthcoming than I ever should be with anybody, but I'm just an open book. So if you are having a relaxed Sunday, or if you're having a hyperactive Sunday, or if you've got a lot going on, just please remember that no matter where you go and no matter what you do, Glamma loves you. That doesn't change. Have a good day.